action. A lot of books. What is wrong with me? Someone help me! Welcome back. If you did miss me, I am very sorry. Here I am, trying to get out of my swamp. This is the best video for it. You know how you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover? Well, that's what we're gonna do today. And all thanks to our very own CJ Reads and our Could Do Better book tag. By the way, just putting it out there, Kieran at KD Books made me do this. So here we are, and it's all his fault. I do not take responsibility. So please do be gentle. Even if this sucks.
1. Say don't spray it. Cover with the most offensive use of type.
Drumroll, please. Very terrible drumroll. Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. When I see a book that has a whole bunch of different fonts on its cover, it just drives me insane. Like, why? Why would you do that? Unfortunately, I can't tell you much about the synopsis because I myself don't know a lot about it. And not just because in general I'm a person who likes to go into a book as blindly as possible, but because literally for this one, all I needed to know was that the author was Stephen Chbosky. And no, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but is the author of one of my all-time forever favorite books, and that's all I needed to pick this book up. I know it's an horror, I know it follows a kid, I know they move in this creepy, very horror-ish small town somewhere in America, and I know that it either sees people or hears his voices. Maybe if this goes well, then I will actually get to reading some Stephen King's. Who knows? Yeah, I'm just very easily scared.
2. She's serving Reese's book club. Cover with the most commercial book club energy.
What does that even mean? What does really classify as a book club cover? This is the best I could do, so deal with it. In At the Deep End by Kate Davies. Just by looking at it, we all know what this is gonna be about. Until recently, Julia hadn't had sex in 3 years, but now a one-night stand is accusing her of breaking his penis. A sexually confident lesbian is making eyes at her over confrontational modern art, and she's wondering whether trimming her pubes makes her a bad feminist. I don't know, it just doesn't really sound like a book I would ever read. And that's what actually baffles me about this. Is it baffled? I don't know, it baffles me. Why do I own this?
3. Yes girl, give us nothing. Cover with seemingly no energy put into it.
Okay, so I have 2 for this one. First off, we have this selection of Penguin books. At some point, they decided to try and modernize their book covers. It's just not giving me anything. It's not doing anything for me. Plus, let me just add, I'm in physical pain. Like, just by looking at it and seeing that they did not use the capitals for the name. The other one is none other than the Wordsworth collection. We all know, and we all own, and we all love a good old Wordsworth book. These were among some of the first books I actually owned and bought in English because were some of the most easy to find, especially when it came to classics. I own so many of these, but damn, they are ugly. They are ugly. Okay, no, that's too mean. They're not really ugly. I mean, I get it. For the price we buy these at, they are very nice, but they could be spending even less on these covers. I would rather have this old cover just black, and I think it would make more of a fashion statement, if you want to put it that way. This is not as bad. I think probably some of the worst ones I own are the Jane Austen's covers. Let me tell you, whoever chose those pictures was tripping. Now that I think about it, maybe it's like a game, because if you do buy all of the Jane Austen books, I think at the end you can put together a whole outfit. By the way, I realized for this too, I didn't even really give you the name or the title. I just figured you wouldn't need a synopsis.
4. A face only a mother could love. Cover that is so hideous, but the book is so good you can't help but keep it around.
This, the most awful cover for one of the most amazing books out there. Come and fight me if you want. Who had the audacity to do this?
The impudence! The audacity!
Who made the executive decision to put this on the cover? And let me stop you there, because probably you're thinking, she's overreacting, she's exaggerating. Well, because you don't know what this is about. But as soon as I tell you, you can't do anything but agree with me and be outraged at the audacity of this cover. What is the Vagina Monologues then? This book actually is birthed, see what I did there, as a theater piece. A monologue written and performed by Eve Ensler, and actually went around the United States performing this for, crowds everywhere. It was so meaningful, so impactful, so profound that actually inspired her after all these women at her performances came forward to share their experiences and their thought on their body and their lives and their struggles and everything. Small poems or a few lines or just a memory to put them all together in this book. Just something written by all these women who are just sharing their experiences and their lives and their memories and their traumas and their love. It's a masterpiece, that's what it is. And it's a book that I personally would have any person I know or come in contact with read it. But I can't. All I can do is just talk non-stop about this until someone just finally picks it up and be like, you know what, shut up, I'll read it, just shut up. You maybe now understand why this is so offensive. If the Vagina Monologues doesn't scream enough, I'm a book for women, only for women, and only women can pick me up, the red and pink will do that. But then, what better artwork to go on top of that? If not, her hairstyle, signature hairstyle, which is amazing, looks good on her, she's phenomenal, but I don't need that on this book. I think at this point I would have preferred the two peppers, recalling a vagina or something. And not to digress, but I think this is exactly what Amrita by the Book was talking about in one of her videos. When we talk about sexism in the editorial and publishing industry, you would immediately know this was a book written by a woman for women. A male would never accidentally come across this one. I really think you should check Amrita's video out, and I'm gonna put, if I can, the thing that usually people put on top, but I'm also going to put the link down below. Everyone needs to watch that, and we all need to have this conversation as soon as possible.
5. Take one thing off before leaving the house. Cover that could use one less element.
This beautiful, stunning, amazing edition of Jane Austen's Love and Friendship. First of all, why do you feel the need to do this in pink? Don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's a stunning pink, and the contrast with the white is just stunning. But think about it. Is it just because it's stunning? Or is it because we're talking about Jane Austen and a book specifically titled Love and Friendship? If you look at it from far away and you kind of close your eyes, it's nice because there's all this beautiful pink on the white. But the shoes, anyways, nothing we can do about it now. So let's just complain about it and move on with our lives.
6. Hypebeast. Cover that is clearly going for all of the trends at the same time.
And for this one, we have Twilight by Elie Wiesel, one of the last books I've read and reviewed on this channel, so there's a whole video on that if you want to. So I'm not gonna go into specific about the synopsis. Just know that this book is about a Holocaust survivor and his journey through acceptance of what has happened to him and his journey with religion. So why the hell, who the hell chose this cover right here? This cover right here. This cover right here. Don't get me wrong, I think it's stunning and I love it. But it is a Hypebeast, and it's really a shame because, again, I think it's a beautiful cover. They should have just, sticked it on top of some other book, not this one. I feel like the person who did this probably just read the title and was thinking of like maybe the Twilight Zone and was going for that vibe. It's also kind of disrespectful, isn't it? I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. We just love ourselves a little bit of, shit talk and trash talk and rant. And I'm sure this was as fun for you to watch as it was for me to film. Treat yourself. Okay, bye.